who you can give zakat and who you cannot give zakat to. Zakat cannot be given to your usul and your furu. Usul are where you coming from. Your parents, mom and dad. Your grandparents, mom and dad side. Great grandparents, can't pay zakat to them. Then furu, who are coming from you. Your sons and your daughters, you can't give zakat to them. Their children and their children and their children, you can't give zakat to them. Husband cannot give zakat to wife. Wife cannot give zakat to husband. वरना घर में ज़कातें चलती रहे. तुम मुझे दे देना, मैं तुम्हें दे दूंगा. पैसा बाहर जाए ना, घर में घूमता रहे पैसा. You cannot give zakat to Sayyid family. Sayyid, those who are coming from the lineage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hashmi, and all those many, but those who say we are Sayyid, they cannot take zakat. You can help them with nafli sadaqat. Nafli sadaqat. You know, there are only two sadaqat wajiba, which cannot be given to anyone but to a poor person. Zakat, fitrana, these are the two sadaqat wajiba. Third one is when you make it upon yourself. What? Allah, if that happens in my life, I will pay or I will do this for you. Now, you made it mannat, that has to go to a poor person as well. Or you broke roza, that calls kafara, that has to go to a poor person as well. These four things have to go to poor person. Rest, everything else is nafli sadaqah. Everything else. You can give it to anyone, Sayyid, your mom, your dad, your wife, children, any masjid, anywhere you can give. You cannot give zakat to rich people. Rich people called ghani. Anyone who has more than zururiyat zindagi, more than his necessity. You have 10 cars in your possession, zakat is not wajib upon you. But you cannot take zakat. That will affect you from that side. It calls more than zururiyat zindagi. You have one phone. Phone is zururiyat the necessity. You have to have phone. Laptop, if you need laptop. Not for playing PS5, all those games on it. That's not necessity. You are alim deen. You got thousands and thousands of books at home. Cost you about 1,000. But you need them. You need only one mobile. You got 3 mobiles. There is no need for that. Those 2 mobiles will stop you taking zakat though. So anything more than your necessity, your plot or your OT or your house in Pakistan, you don't have to pay zakat on it, but you can't take zakat because more than your necessity. Your one house is here. You're living in the house. The other house is on rent or whatever it is. You cannot take zakat. So this is called rich people. Rich people, ghani, anyone who has got more than 7.5 tola gold, anyone who has got 52.5 tola chandi, anyone who has got more cash than more than 350 pounds, or business goods more than 350 pounds, is ghani. You can't take no zakat. And non-Muslims. You cannot give zakat to non-Muslims. Zakat can only go to Muslims. Yes, you want to help them with nafli sadaqah, as I said to you before. You want to help them buy sandwich or anything, you help them with nafli sadaqat, but zakat purely can only go to a Muslim, not non-Muslims. Now all these people who I've just mentioned, they cannot take zakat, they cannot take fitrana, they cannot take no kafara money you want to pay, and they cannot take no mannat money, as I mentioned before. Rest everything you can pay them.